Hi everyone, and welcome to J7409 Weather. Today we're going to talk about severe weather possibilities still going on in some areas this morning, but we're going to talk about this area right down here around the Bahamas that so many have been asking questions about. We're going to talk about all of this stuff. We're going to talk about the general weather forecast for the lower 48 and much more, all coming up on. And a most pleasant good day, everybody. Of course, today's the first day of May 2019. First thing that we're going to start off on is this system. I've had so many people ask me about it. Is it going to turn into a tropical storm? Is it going to threaten Florida or the U.S.? Well, folks, it's not even a low system at this time. I want to turn this on and show you. It's just a clump of thunderstorm activity. There's this huge high pressure out here. Now, you see the timestamp down here. I'm going to turn it on and let it run for you through the time period. And now, as you can see, this is the European model that I am using. It's the European model. So, see, this is a huge high pressure out here. This is just some severe clump of thunderstorm activity. It's not a system at all, okay? But what's going to happen is remember how I tell you, the highs push and the lows pull different systems toward them. So what we're going to do is, yeah, it's going to bring some rain to Florida, as you can see, as it comes on up. It's still not anything, though. But the system that has been bringing all this bad weather out here, it's a low system. Once it gets off, it's going to suck it up, pull it to it. And this big high pressure is not going to have anything to do with it. It's just going to go up this way, as you can see. Now, see, by late Thursday and Friday, yeah, Florida's going to be getting some rain and some thunderstorm activity. It's going to ride off the coast, and by the time it gets up to off the coast of Florida, see, now starting to move a little bit, and I want to show you, it is still not considered even a low pressure system. It's just a clump of thunderstorms. Here's this high off here. But you see, these are moving off, okay? This is a low pressure. This is a high pressure. It doesn't turn into a low pressure until midnight Saturday or sometime like that, right in here off the coast of South Carolina. But it's going to get sucked up and pulled on out. So right now, it doesn't look like it's going to turn into anything. But so many have asked me, is this going to... So many people have said this is going to turn into a tropical storm. I don't think so. Anything is possible this day and time with this crazy weather we have. But so far as it's looking right now, that should not happen. And as you can see now, the low that came off, we'll turn on the pressure systems again right quick here. See, it's moving on out. It's got pulled in. This is a little bit of low pressure and it's pulling it on out. This high pressure still down in this area. So that's what's going on with that system down around Florida. Now you can see I have this set for 7 a.m. this morning, still on the European model. This is heavy to severe thunderstorms, okay? That's what this one's showing right now. Looking like Texas still got some, Oklahoma, Arkansas. What's going to happen with all this stuff today? Let's turn this on right quickly before we get into all of the other stuff. You can see now during the morning hours, not much, but once the afternoon starts to get here, and this evening and tonight, they're going to blow up again. Let's take this back just a little bit here. Look at here. See how it's going to blow up? This is around 9 p.m. Move it up a little bit here. This is at midnight tonight. This is where the severe weather is probably more than likely going to occur, but it should not happen until later. As you can see here, this is midnight tonight. We'll run back some for today. There's 4 p.m. It might start firing up, but it's going to be this afternoon before the really severe stuff starts to happen. That's what it should be. That don't mean it's what it's going to be, because anywhere in these areas with the humidity and the dew points the way they are is always possible for a severe thunderstorm. Right now, that's what it's looking like. So just keep your eyes open, watch your skies, and be aware of what's going on around you. Before I get going, I want to thank everyone that was with me yesterday during the live program, trying to keep everyone safe. And so many thoughts and prayers were with me off and on throughout the evening for everyone. And I certainly hope our dear friend Barbara is okay this morning and that she found her grandchildren safe and well. And a big shout out to Blue Sky for being a monitor for me. Thank you very much. Now, here we have a look at today's severe weather map in general. Thunderstorms might pop out anywhere, as you can see in the light green. It's marginal from parts of Pennsylvania, northern West Virginia, just about the entire state of Ohio. We got Indiana, portions of Kentucky. You can see how far it goes down all the way to Texas in the darker green. Things could pop up. Things could pop up anywhere in this green for that fact, but this is the most likely areas in the darker green, and the yellow is even more, and right in this area of Texas, this is the greatest chance of what is probably going to be going on. Now, later this afternoon, the storms are expected to redevelop near the intersection of a remnant outflow and dry line in the general vicinity of northwest Texas, probably during the early afternoon. Now, these storms should be discrete early in the development and grow upscale into an eastward moving linear complex. Now, that should reach all the way to north central Texas by late in the day. Once again, the model uncertainty, I hadn't said this before, but I should, regarding the location of this triple point and convection development area to this outlook. This is what it's looking like. A northward displacement of the mesoscale feature may result more in a northward shift of the area of the greatest risk of severe weather later this afternoon. So we have to keep that in mind. It could take a more northward shift. So we're going to have to wait and see if that happens. Nevertheless, 80 degrees Fahrenheit surface temperatures and low 70 Fahrenheit dew points beneath a very steep mid-level lapse rate. It's going to foster widespread areas of large hail and damaging wind. Okay, so don't rule that out. It's more likely going to happen. And significant hail may occur with any supercell storms that can materialize along the dry line. The damaging wind threats will be apparent with any thunderstorm that happens, but should become more widespread with any upscale growth into linear convection segments. Now, any tornado threat should remain isolated early in the life cycle of convection development. But, of course, it's always possible. Tornadoes can happen. Now, if this should increase with the eastern extent of the storms when they migrate into an area of stronger low-level shear attendant to low-level jet axis from the central into the northern Texas area. So let's go take a look. Now, this is in general the map here of the wind and the hail and the tornado possibilities. The wind is going to be up to the 30 in the red here in Texas in this area, 15% everywhere else all around. It looks like northern and northeastern Oklahoma that got it yesterday so bad. You're still in it, but it's reduced down to 5%. But anywhere in this brown, all the way up to Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Arkansas, parts of Louisiana, going up into parts of Kansas and some of Colorado. It's going to get a little breezy at times if you have these storms move through, so don't be surprised, okay? The greatest threat for the highest winds, though, should be right in this area. When it comes to hail, look out. Here we go. This is in the southern portions of Oklahoma and down in the central Texas area. You can see right in here, that's the greatest chance of hail with these storms. However, though, this hail could appear with any storm from Texas all the way up to Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, all of these areas in the brown. You still could have some hail if you have any severe storms that do pop up. Now, this is the tornado threat map where they should more or less happen. Well, we saw yesterday it was down, but as the afternoon grows, this map does change, so I will keep my eyes on it. Anything happens, you know, I will come on here and post it for you. But it's looking like this portion of Texas and the very tip southern edge of Oklahoma, you are at the 5% rate, 2% up in parts of Kansas and Colorado. Everybody up in this area before, you just more or less got a chance of thunderstorm activity with some wind and maybe some hail, but nothing as severe as a tornado looking like now. But don't be caught off guard. It's that time of the year. Be prepared in any of those areas that I've showed you. So with that all said and done, do not fret. I hope everyone is safe and sound this morning. I will watch this severe weather, and if anything happens, I'll be sure and get it on for you. I want to quickly go through the NDFD map right quick. This, of course, is the graphical map put together by all of the reporting weather stations as to what it's looking like in their areas, so you can figure out where severe weather or different systems may pop up. Now, this, of course, was the midnight run. As you see right here, the 12Z run, this is what it's looking like. And we do have that chance of things hatching up. Wherever you see these red lines going all the way up to Wisconsin, this was at the 12Z run. Here is the 18Z run. Later on this afternoon, as I've said earlier, look, this is where more than likely it is going to hatch, where it is red. This is Missouri, the northern part of Illinois, maybe some of Kentucky, looking like some of Arizona, a little of Oklahoma, a big portion of Texas. Now in Florida, you have these little places here, but if we turn it up just a little bit, that's just a chance. It's not likely. You do have a chance down here in Alabama and Georgia also. Also going up here into portions of the Northeast and West Virginia, we have a chance, but this is where it's likely to happen. So for midnight tonight, this is Thursday morning at midnight, the 6 a.m. run, the 12 o'clock run tomorrow, things begin to slack off a little bit, just lots of rain with severe thunderstorms maybe, midnight Friday, and this is the 12Z run at Friday. I wanted to bring this to your attention and let you see this also. And of course, for weather in general, for everyone in the lower 48, here we have the NAM 12 km near surface reflectivity map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. We're going to turn it on, and what is exactly happening, folks? Well, this weather pattern is going to continue to be unsettled across much of the southern plains, at least maybe today and tomorrow. Then it should start to clear up. Now, it's a slow-moving frontal boundary. It's going to persist from the Great Lake region to Texas, and multiple waves of low pressure are expected along this front. And of course, that's going to result in areas of enhanced rainfall. The heaviest rains likely from central Texas to southern Illinois. Now, with widespread 1 to 3 inch amounts expected, flooding can occur. Keep that in mind. Now, there's an increased threat for flash flooding across northern Texas, and it is extending over into parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. where you guys should get multiple rounds of thunderstorms. That's what it's looking like and expected. Now, the threat of severe weather is present across the same general area, okay? These intense storms likely developing in the vicinity of the front and near the surface low. The heavy snow that's been ongoing out across the Rockies, well, it's expected to decrease in coverage and intensity by today at some point, forcing an accent of weakness along with drier air. Temperatures, they're going to continue to remain below average across the northern tier of the nation through today, probably, with a slow moderating trend it's looking like by the end of the week. Warmer than normal readings are expected from Texas to the southeast U.S. and mid-Atlantic region, and that should remain south of this frontal boundary, and widespread highs in the 80s to low 90s are possible during this time, making it feel more like late June than the first day of May. And that's a check of your weather today. Thanks for watching so much, everyone. Please be safe. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for buying my t-shirts. I appreciate that a lot. That's a great way to help me out and spread the word. When people see you have these t-shirts, they say, hey, what's that all about? You can say, just go over and check J7409 out. She'll tell you the weather. I'd appreciate that so very much, and I thank you for the ones who have got them. And everything you do, I thank you for just watching my videos. Have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed first day of May. Peace, love, and kindness to each of you. Thank you for watching.